It's Monday. It's Monday, Monday, Monday. And no one has been fired. I'm just joking. That's just kind of the Bengals in a nutshell. We don't fire people. Anyway, nonetheless, let's get right into it. We have a mock draft Monday. Where every single Monday moving forward, we're going to be doing mock drafts. We've been doing this for the last couple of weeks, so it's kind of how it rocks and rolls, but let's get right into it. We got the 10th overall pick, which means some players going to be off the board. Travis Hunter is off the board, which, oh man, I would love to have Travis Hunter. I would love to have this man. He's better as a cornerback, and in all honesty, in the NFL, he's going to be a cornerback. But he also deserves some reps at wide receiver because of how good he is. So he's going to be a wide receiver, and he's also going to be a running back in the NFL. I mean, a wide receiver in the NFL. And imagine having that, a wide receiver and a cornerback. Oh, that would be so nice. Other guy is Ashton Genty. Ashton Genty? What? Why can I not say his first name? Anyway, Genty is, again, another absolute unit. He will be off the board most likely by the time we draft. My last mock draft Monday actually had us taking him because he was still on the board. He is that guy where even if you need another position, you take him because he's that good. You also have McMillan, who is a really good route runner in the NFL, or going to be a really good route runner in the NFL one day. Yeah, so now we're on the board. And this is where, again, looking at the options available, we're learning more about these guys, but keep in mind a lot of these guys that are currently in this mock draft will not be in this position, when it actually is the draft, because a lot of these guys will drop, a lot of these guys will maybe move up, whatever the case. Yeah, so whenever I do these mock drafts this early, I'm kind of going more based on position rather than going based on said player. Yeah, let's just kind of rock and roll. Okay, first round pick. I do really like Starks, I'll be honest with you. Great in run defense, not really great in coverage. He's kind of like Jordan Battle. He's more of a run defender than he is an actual coverage guy. Which, to be honest, having another Jordan Battle in the field would be nice. But not what we're probably going to go with. Wide receiver is another position, again, if we lose T. Higgins, that we're going to want to go ahead and go for. Probably not in the first round, but, it's a potential depending on who is available. Tackle, again, another guy who played mainly left tackle in his whole entire career. Orlando Brown does have injury concerns, but probably not something I would take in the first round this year. If we're going to take a first-round offensive lineman, I'd rather have someone who maybe has played guard, right? Who has played center or something like that, because that's really where we need help at. Amarius Mims, I'm really confident in the right tackle position. Orlando Brown, we paid all the money for, and again, you're going to draft a left tackle backup later in this draft, but there's always a kind of concept of, okay, we draft a starter in the first round, right? We're not drafting a backup in the first round. What I'm really looking for, to be honest, is these two positions in the first round. It's either edge, linebacker, or cornerback. Those are the positions I'm really looking for. Will Johnson's available. I'm taking Will Johnson. That's not a question. Again, safety is another position I would love to have. It's just this draft is not really known for being that good at the safety position. You have Starks, and then you kind of drop off after that. According to PFF, for example, the next guy is 52. So, not really what you're going to want to go for. Starks is a great player, but I'm probably going edge rusher instead. There's a lot of decently good edge rushers in this draft. Ooh. Okay, so like I said before, we are going positional value here and not as much about like said player because again, like I said, I had to look more into these guys. All right, so I'm going edge rusher first pick, okay? You could go with either of these guys, Nick, or you could go with Jalen. I'm probably going... Yeah, I'm trying not to look at the actual grades, but it's hard to. I'm going edge rusher. I'm going edge rusher first pick. Second round... This is where I really want to go corner. I'm going corner second round, but that's not the best pick. The best pick is to go defensive line or to go in some capacity edge rusher again. But I'm going corner in a second, but you probably go defensive lineman. This mock draft today is kind of wishy-washy. Defensive lineman... I'd probably go safety. See, this is where, in this type of area, is where I want to go with someone like, like a center or a guard, right? Someone that we can kind of utilize around the, the offensive line a little bit. Because we already know we're probably not going to spend money or go get someone in free agency at the guard position. So I might just go center or guard. I mean, I would love to use Matt Lee more and see what we have in Matt Lee a little bit. But, yeah. We are going to take a wide receiver in this draft, I feel like. But it's also possible we just go ahead and sign someone in free agency. That's another thing we could do, is sign a free agent wide receiver. Because wide receivers haven't been, we haven't been really that good at drafting wide receivers throughout the years. Yeah, so they say we should take a defensive lineman instead of the cornerback. I can see that. I just wanted to take a corner. We need to work on our secondary. We need to improve our secondary. So overall-wise, it actually was a good draft, ironically enough. I didn't really love this draft, but it was actually a good draft overall-wise. Again, I'm more going based on positional value, like positions, not as much players. Again, because these players eventually, some of these guys will be great, some of these guys will not be great. And we haven't done our research as much from some of these players because they're going to go up and down draft boards, right? So tell me down below your thoughts and opinions. See you guys next one.